See a fashion killer, and I'm a trendy nigga. I said.
What's up, YouTube? It is your boy Killer Cam, be killing it. Welcome back to the Killer Squad. Today, Killer Squad. Wait. So today we got Cosmic Wonder. Let's get right into the video.
One of the stories you know. It cannot be.
What's going on, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel and MCU. And things are about to get pretty crazy in the MCU. Some of you may heard that Charles Xavier is going to be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, coming from the Fox universe. However, this is just one part of this report. He is not the only X-Men or only Fox character that is going to be appearing in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but there is going to be a handful more, which I'm going to talk about in this video. And of course, I'll explain Charles Xavier as well, which Charles Xavier it's going to be, and why. Why are these characters going to be in this movie, and why are they going to fight the Scarlet Witch? And sadly, and I'll just mention this now, out of all of these characters that the Scarlet Witch is supposed to fight in the film, Logan was supposed to be one of them, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine specifically. However, according to a report from the user viewer Anon, who has been extremely accurate about some things that have recently been proven true, he said a fight between Wolverine and Wanda was supposed to happen where Wolverine actually lost, but apparently it didn't happen, and this is according to him. So that's extremely sad that that's not going to happen, but it does give you hope just a little bit that perhaps maybe Hugh Jackman could return one time and make an MCU cameo. So now we've really, and I mean we've really, moved away from the Marvel Cinematic Universe and really stepped into the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse, especially after that Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. Doctor Strange literally mentioned the multiverse and how him and Peter Parker messed with it when they did the spell. Well, when Doctor Strange did the spell. And of course, we all know how Loki ended. It ended with the birth, or at least the rebirth, of the multiverse. And there are a few things that really have affected the multiverse. It's looking like it's just not one event that is making everything kind of go into madness. It looks like it was a few different events. Wanda is a Nexus being, so I'm sure something that happened in WandaVision caused a Nexus event. We definitely know that at the end of the Loki series, what they did, no spoilers in case anybody hasn't seen it, created the multiverse. And I'm assuming even if you haven't seen it, you've heard that Loki creates the multiverse. I just won't say how. And like I said, Doctor Strange just pretty much straight up says, we tampered with the multiverse. And then of course we got those glorious shots of the pumpkin bomb, the lightning, the sand, the lizard, and of course Doc Ock. Confirming that it's here, it's in the MCU, it has begun. And where everything is going to start to get absolutely insane is in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I mean, we knew this, the name's right in the title, but it seems like we don't know exactly how crazy it's going to get. But today we do get a little closer as we have a pretty crazy but pretty awesome report. The first report came a couple of days ago from Daniel RPK, and I think a lot of people know Daniel RPK by now and know that he is actually pretty reliable. And the other day he said, in Doctor Strange 2, Wanda will fight someone from the Foxverse. I am not allowed to reveal who it is, but it could top this fight, in which he was referring to Doctor Strange fighting Thanos in Avengers Infinity War. Daniel wasn't allowed to say, but somebody online did come out and say, and it's the user My Time to Shine Hello. And just so you're aware, this user is very reliable. About a week before the trailer for No Way Home hit, he posted everything that we were going to see, and it all came true. So clearly this person has very, very credible and real insider information, and he came out, or she came out, and said yesterday, it's going to be Charles Xavier leading the multiversal Illuminati against Wanda. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, or if you're new, I've been talking about Professor X being in Multiverse of Madness for a long time, and the Illuminati being in Multiverse of Madness for even longer. I actually posted my first video about the Illuminati and Professor X appearing in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness on January 3rd of 2020. This was an exclusive scoop given to me by Geekosity Mag owner Mikey Sutton. Then several months down the road, a lot of other people started reporting this, saying they've heard it as well. And now, we're here. Now, I also knew Professor X was going to be in it, and I do believe that it's going to be Patrick Stewart, and a lot of people have been hinting at this, which gives it further proof, but the reason that I believe is because Patrick Stewart actually came out and said, a little over a year ago, that he met with Kevin Feige. Feige. I've talked about this several times on my channel and also talked about how since he met with Patrick Stewart, he probably also met with Ian McKellen and Hugh Jackman as well, and maybe some others. Patrick Stewart came out and talked about it a little bit and basically said, I met with Kevin Feige to talk about plans for Professor Xavier. So literally right there admitting that Kevin Feige did want Professor X in the MCU. Now, Patrick Stewart did say that his time as Professor X was done. He ended that with Logan. He said goodbye to the character, but here's the thing about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It's literally a multiversal Illuminati team. It's not an Illuminati from our main timeline. So, he can still play Professor X and not undo anything that he did in Logan. He doesn't have to undo his goodbye. And from what we've been hearing for the past 2 days, he is going to lead an Illuminati team, and it seems like we might know who that team is. According to user viewer Anon, who I mentioned has been very accurate with leaks in the past, he says, or she says, I don't know if this is a final list, and I will stress, as always, to take things with a grain of salt.
Right.
But here is who I've heard make up the Illuminati in Multiverse of Madness. Professor X, Captain Carter, Balder the Brave, Monica Rambeau, and Mordo. Now again, this is said to be a multiversal Illuminati. So I'm guessing they each come from, or at least a few of them each come from separate universes. They're not all coming from the same universe. Which makes you wonder, since they are being called the Illuminati by everybody, if they're communicating with each other between these different universes. Or do they all just come to our main MCU timeline and then they team up from there? I'm gonna assume since Professor X is the leader and he has the ability to communicate with people telepathically, I'm gonna assume that he's probably talked to these people before. And since the universe is essentially going to be at stake in Multiverse of Madness and Wanda's going to play a pretty big part of that instability, perhaps they make the decision as the Illuminati, perhaps an Illuminati of the multiverse and not just one universe, they make that decision to go to our universe and try to stop Wanda together. That's not confirmed, that's just my personal theory that I think would be really, really cool to see. Now, the end of WandaVision, that post-credit scene with her having the Darkhold, made it very, very clear that Wanda is going to be, if not the most powerful being in the MCU, one of the most. And remember how Jean Grey kind of made waste to Professor Xavier. I'm gonna assume that the Scarlet Witch's powers in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, because of the Darkhold, are going to pretty much be at Phoenix Force levels. Perhaps not as strong because, you know, it's the Phoenix Force, but pretty dang powerful. So I'm not sure that this Illuminati is going to be able to stop her. In fact, I'm pretty sure they won't. But it is cool that we could be seeing a possible live-action Captain Carter, hopefully played by Haley Atwell. Daniel RPK actually did report about a month ago that he has heard that Captain Carter is going to be in Multiverse of Madness. And when I personally interviewed the writer and director of Marvel's What If, I asked them if Captain Carter could make her way to the MCU, and they played pretty coy about it, but they said that they were hopeful. However, the executive producer Brad Winderbaum did say that yes, now anything is possible and they can cross over. And I would personally really love to see this group. Obviously, I would love to see Professor X, Charles Xavier, Patrick Stewart's version in the MCU. I would love to see Haley Atwell as Captain Carter. Obviously, Mordo already exists in the MCU as well as Monica Rambeau. But Balder the Brave, Thor's half-brother and an Asgardian, would be pretty cool to see, especially if Frigga has put the invulnerability spell on him. Pretty much making it to where, as long as he's in an Asgardian realm, nothing can hurt him except for mistletoe. In fact, at one point in time, Odin regarded him as the bravest Asgardian. So I would absolutely love to see him in Multiverse of Madness, and I would love to see this whole thing play out. The Scarlet Witch fight the Illuminati. I think it would be so cool, but let me know what you think about this new report in the comments down below. If you love Marvel and want to stay up to date, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. And for live updates, you can always follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Don't forget to hit that like button, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.
Alright, but yeah, guys, but let me know what you think of my reaction down below. Killer Squad. Peace.